Hello and welcome to my show Indus Cuisine. I'm your chef Basim Bakhun. We're back with a new episode from the heart of Pakistan. Today's recipe is very interesting and its name is Balochi Tikka Kadai. This recipe originates from the province of Balochistan and it is their take on how the kadai is made. Basically, the chicken kadai or the mutton kadai was invented in the Landi Kotal area of the NWFP area, and then it travelled across Pakistan through different provinces. When it came towards Punjab, people started using more things such as tomatoes, coriander and other things which were easily available in terms of vegetables in that province. When it came down to the province of Sindh, people even invented the kadai with some fish. But when it came to Balochistan, as you know, Balochistan has a lot of ingredients, but the ingredients are a little limited according to their topography of the land. Why? Because agriculture is a little difficult because of the rigid land system in that province. So this recipe over there was used in a way where the chicken was fried, like you could say broast, or you could say the chicken you find in restaurants abroad, which is basically fried but in a desi way. And how did they add all the other ingredients was a question that I would answer today. You can see a lot of ingredients over here, but you can see very less vegetables. The only vegetable you could see over here which would qualify for a vegetable is green chili, ginger, garlic and some coriander. You won't see things such as tomatoes or onions in this recipe, but you'll find a lot of dry spices for this recipe such as turmeric, cumin seeds, you can find coriander seeds, you can see that we're using some Kashmiri Lal Mirch. Kashmiri Lal Mirch is basically the red chili which is in the powdered form. Then you'll be finding some garam masala, then you'll find some chili flakes, and then in the end you'll find some peppercorn. This recipe will be using around 1.5 kg of chicken, and you will be using some oil for frying. So how will this recipe be cooked? For that, first what you need is a frying pan in which we shall fry the chicken. So what we'll do is we'll bring the pan to heat. Once the pan is hot, we'll add some oil. But before that, what you need to do is you need to just apply a little bit of spices on the chicken so that the chicken gets a little bit of flavor. So right now I'm doing a show for you, so I will just give it like 5 minutes. But if you have more time, what you can do is you can put all these spices and let the chicken sit in the spices for at least an hour, and what will happen is the flavor of the recipe or the chicken will increase. So for that, first we need a different board. I'll keep this board over here and I'll pick up a red board and I'll keep it in front of you. So the red board goes over here. I'll use a paring knife for starters, and I'll transfer all the chicken over here. The chicken needs to be thoroughly washed, and once it's washed, what you'll do is you'll make a little bit of cuts on it. So wherever you see some chicken with bone on it, just make light cuts so that the masala, the spices which I'll be adding, will go till the core of chicken. You will be requiring oil for frying, so it depends on the size of the pan you're using or the kadhai, also known as a wok in English language, you're using. So if you find a chicken piece with some bone in it, what you'll do is you'll make deep cuts. What will happen is that the spice will settle in till the core of the chicken. So slowly and gradually just make small cuts, and when in Pakistan or when you go to a desi store in the West, you can tell the person to give you chicken cut in the kadhai format. So in Pakistan, whenever you buy chicken, you can tell them which form of cut do you want. If you're making chicken kadhai, so cut of the chicken would be different. If you're making korma, it would be different. If you're making nihari, it would be different. So the cut varies with the recipe you're basically cooking. So we need a fresh bowl first, and I'll put a few spices in this. So first what you'll do is you'll add a little bit of red chili, then you'll add a little bit of garam masala. All these things will be used later on also, but right now I'm just making a very light marinade. Then some red chili flakes, then you'll add some cumin, some chaat masala will be added in this recipe, and then a little bit of ginger and garlic. So now for this you need at least 1 clove of garlic, and then around half a tablespoon of shredded ginger. Turn the ginger piece if you cannot shred it properly or smoothly. Pick this up, throw it in the dustbin, shake it, pull it, and now what I'll do is I'll add this into this bowl. So we'll add it over here. Keep this bowl over here on the side. Take around 2 pieces of lemon. We'll use another knife so that we avoid cross-contamination. That's why I went and I washed my hands properly. You'll squeeze the lemon into this bowl. As you can see, I'm maintaining distance between the boards also so that the chicken and the vegetable board is not mixed. When this is done, pick this up, throw it in the dustbin and just mix it up. So this is just the basic spice mix which we're making. We'll add around half a teaspoon of salt. And now we'll add around 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. That's it. I shall mix it. You will not add water. Why? Because this chicken needs to be fried. So if you will add water in it, when you start frying it, what will happen is it will start splashing all over you. So now we shall just transfer all the chicken into this. So I'll just rest it on the board, the other board. And now we'll mix it properly. So just start folding it. And as I told you, if you have time, which I think you should if you're cooking at home, rest it for an hour and then fry it. Because we do not have a lot of time because it's a recorded show, what I'll do is I'll just rest it for 5 minutes so that it at least gets some color from the red spices and all the herbs we've added into this, and then we'll fry it. So now I'll rest this chicken for 5 minutes and then I'll show you how to fry it and how to go about it from that point onwards. So as you can see, I've given the chicken at least 5 minutes. When you have time, give it an hour at least. And if you are very well prepared when it comes to cooking, you can marinate it overnight and keep it in the fridge, and trust me, the flavor would be 10 times better of the chicken. So now what I'll do is I'll pick some oil and I'll transfer it in the pan. We need to fry it. The pan is piping hot. When I'll add cold oil on it, it will stop giving out all this smoke. So this oil is a little less because the pan I'm using is a bit wider. So what I'll do is I'll pick up some more oil and I'll add it. So you need to add oil for frying, remember that. So that means when you add the oil, it needs to at least cover the chicken halfway through. Okay, so the oil is almost hot. I'll keep it on the side for a bit and then I shall add the chicken, let's say in another 2 minutes. So reduce the heat to low. So now what we'll do is we shall add a few green chilies to the oil. Now what's the reason behind that? You need to add the green chilies so that the oil gets really spicy, but not the red chilies. Why? Because the red chilies will start making it smoke. So now you'll add 3 pieces of the chili. Take the stem and throw it on the side. Pick it up, toss it in, and as you can see, it's frying properly. Now you'll take around 2 cloves of garlic, flatten this out, press it, but not chop it. Add it to the oil, flavor the oil. This recipe is all about flavoring the oil in which the chicken will be fried nicely. So when the garlic will get a little towards the light brown, then I'll start adding the chicken. And as you can see, because the oil is piping hot, it is almost light brown. And now what we'll do is we'll toss in the chicken slowly and gradually. So you want to spread the chicken out, remember that, and try that every piece is individually fried. Now we'll spread the chicken out. So now I've added the chicken in the pan, and now you will not give it a lid. You will fry this chicken for at least 7 to 8 minutes. So till the time this is frying, what we'll do is we'll shift everything on the side, increase the heat over here, bring this back on the pilot, and now we'll start with the recipe. So now this recipe is all about flavor. You need to add flavor. For that, what you'll do is you'll pick up a wok, and you'll fry a few herbs on the side. So for that, what you need is you need some finely sliced ginger. For that, you'll make these planks first, and then you shall move forward with it. This is here. Now finely slice it. And then we shall fry half of it in some of the oil. We'll add around just 2 tablespoons of oil in the wok first. Keep an eye on the chicken over here. You do not want it to start piling up. So if you think that when the chicken basically cooks, it will start shrinking. So when it shrinks, make some more space and let it settle in. This is done over here. Now we shall transfer the ginger in the pan or in the wok. Increase the heat to full. Add some coriander whole. And we shall fry this for at least 1 minute. So till the time we're frying this and we're frying the chicken, we'll go for a short break. And once we're back from the break, I'll let you know what to do. Welcome back. You're watching Indus Cuisine and I'm your chef Basim Akhund. During the break, I just waited for the chicken to get a little golden brown, and as you can see, it's completely cooked over here. So now what I'll do is I'll momentarily dish it out, and you will not use the same pan. Why? Because this is too much oil, and this oil is basically for frying. So first what we'll do is we'll pick up a fresh plate, we'll keep it over here, and we'll start taking the chicken out slowly and gradually. So try draining all the oil before you transfer it. It's cooked completely. I cooked it for around, you could say, 10 minutes on high heat. And when the chicken starts leaving the bone, that's the time the chicken is fried. Usually people, what do they do in the West is they put the marinade on the chicken for, you could say, overnight. And when they cook it for like 6 minutes on high heat, it's properly cooked. When you're doing it in the Desi or the Pakistani way, and if you do not have too much of time, what you can do is you can make cuts on the chicken and then you can fry it. And what will happen is, because it doesn't have a coating on top, it just has the masala directly, so it will cook evenly. Now the difference between this fried chicken and the fried chicken in the West is that the fried chicken in the West has a coating of flour, but that's not just flour. They have white pepper in it, they have herbs such as coriander powder, black pepper powder, they have some chicken powder in it, and some fast food places also use MSG, which they claim not to, and that is what adds the flavor. So now I'll put this chicken over here, and now we shall keep this oil on the side. Now remember one thing, this oil has a lot of flavor. It has flavor from the ginger, it has flavor from the garlic, it has flavor from the green chilies that we fried. So now if you drain this oil and you keep it on the side, like when I mean draining it, it doesn't mean that draining it over here, but I mean that you can drain all the other things such as the herbs in it, and you can keep the oil on the side in a jar and let it cool down. When it cools down, you can use this oil for frying eggs. As you know, there is something known as masala eggs also, which is actually getting pretty famous throughout the world. For that, this oil would do justice. Why? Because it has all the flavor from the chicken also, and it has all the flavor from the spices I added on the chicken. So now the next step. So now what you need to do is you need to increase the heat over here, and you need to start frying some spices. So we will coat all of this chicken with the spices over here. I just added around 2 tablespoons of oil, that is it. And now we'll require another 1 cup, but that 1 cup of oil, which is the oil which comes from the chicken, will go over here, and then we should start cooking it. Why? Because I want this flavor, I want the spices and juices that was in this chicken which transferred into this oil. Small things take you a long ways. Add some cumin, start mixing it, then add the remaining coriander seeds, add the red chili flakes, mix it, Reduce the heat to the pilot. Why? Because you don't want to burn the spices. Add the garam masala. And now you'll add the red chili. This recipe is a bit spicy, but you will love it. Why? Because it will be properly balanced with the lemon juice we'll be adding on the top towards the end. So we'll mix this properly. And then you'll take some black peppercorn. I'll keep it over here. Flatten it out. Now remember, whenever you're crushing it with your knife, you can see right now, if you zoom over here, that there's some distance between the knife and the board. If I press my knife on top like this, what will happen is, if the quality of the steel isn't that good, which most of the knives maintain that quality, but sometimes people can go bad with it, what will happen is you'll get a crack in the knife. So what you'll do is you'll always keep the lever of the knife outside and then you'll press it down like this. So bring the black peppercorns over here, take it here and just press it like this. What I'm doing is I'm just slightly cracking the peppercorns so that when they go into the oil, they release their aroma. So pick it up from here and transfer it into the oil. Now what I'll do is I'll start mixing it up. And in the end, I'll add some turmeric powder. So all the things that I've used, I've kept it on the side. I'm mixing it again. And now, in the end, I'll add some salt in the oil, around just a quarter teaspoon. That's about it. Mix it up again. And now we'll toss the chicken into this. The chicken goes in. You can see all the juice that is coming out. This juice is all the flavor which I'll add back. So basically what we did was we were letting the chicken rest properly. Now I'll just pick it up. I'll mix it here. And all the fresh spices I've added over here and I've cooked. And I'll give it a lid and I'll keep it on the side. And now the secret for this recipe is, if you have time, let the chicken sit in the sauce for at least half an hour. What will happen is the chicken will start absorbing all the flavor in, and when you serve it, you will know the difference between the chicken that was resting in the spices for half an hour and the chicken that was served right there and then. Okay, now the second step. You need a small pan because this won't be served just like this. It's a little oil intensive, this recipe, but this is how this recipe is taken. That's why it's called Balochi Tikka Kadai. That means it's fried. So I'll use around a half cup of oil. I'll just pick up some tissue. I'll clear everything out. So now we're preparing the tadka for the recipe. It doesn't end over here, as I told you. First, what you'll do is you need some coriander. But for this, you just need the coriander sticks. So what I'll do is I'll take the sticks over here. I'll keep the leaves on the side and I'll really finely chop these. But for that, you need to reduce the heat over here to medium so that the oil doesn't start burning. Pick the knife up, whatever you've used, keep it on the side, spread it out properly, evenly, and then just go in. Finely chop it as close as you can go. And the last part, I'll throw it in the dustbin. So first we'll go with the coriander because it's very moist. I want the coriander sticks to fry properly so that it loses all its moisture. For that, what I'll do is I'll take a pinch of salt and I'll add it over here, and I've just tilted it over here like this so that it gets a nice deep frying effect. So keep frying it nicely. Now spread it out and let it get a little dry. On the other hand, what I'll do is I'll pick up the remaining cloves of garlic and we shall finely slice these. So as close as you can go. Remember that, because this garlic will be taken with the recipe. So if the garlic is very thick, what will happen is thick garlic will be very strong, and that will ruin the texture and the flavor of the whole bite you will be taking. Slowly and gradually, just finely go close. If you can't do it really close with the knife, what you can do is you can take a shredding board and you can use the other side on that to finely slice it evenly. So I've just finely sliced it. Now the end parts of the garlic I'll discard in the dustbin. I'll pick this up and I'll toss it here. Now what we'll do is, because the oil is a little less, I'll add a little more and I'll spread this out evenly. We need this to get something around light brown. On the other hand, we'll take some green chilies. Now, you take this stem out first. Take the sticks, throw it on the side, and now slit the green chilies. So you have to slit them from between, they go half. If it's big, it's fine, you can use that also. Just maintain this. And this is done. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll transfer all the green chilies to the pan and we'll mix it up. Saute this for 30 seconds and we shall pour this over the chicken. So now what I'll do is I'll start dishing it out and I'll show you what to do next. So as you can see, I've dished out the recipe. This recipe will be taken with naan bread, or if you like, you can also use a pita bread with it and some yogurt on the side if you think it's a little spicy. These finely sliced thin strips you could see over there is finely fried garlic, which I just tried, and I have this burst of aroma in my mouth, which I love. Okay, now towards the end, what I'll do is I'll put all of this green chili on top. Then, this recipe is incomplete without chaat masala. But what is chaat masala? Chaat masala is basically a mixture of, you could say, raw mango, which is dried properly, then with some ginger powder, then you have some spices such as coriander powder and cumin powder crushed into it, and it's a very, you could say, powder that has a zing towards it. We add it on some of our foods and mostly on the yogurt dishes in Pakistan which are served. Then you'll add a little bit of coriander on top, and then in the end you'll add some lemon juice. So I always keep my hand. Why? Because if there's any seed that comes out of the lemon, it will be stopped in my hand, and that's why I keep telling you to properly wash while you cook. So today's recipe is done. I'll give you a quick overview of the recipe, how it was done and how I carried it forward. The first step was you have to take the chicken, make small cuts on it and marinate it for at least an hour. If you have an hour, that is good. If you have more time, then what you can do is keep it overnight, and trust me, you will love me for that. And then after that, what you did was you've added some spices, you fried it and you took it out and you let it rest. Once you've let it rest, what you need to do is then you need to prepare the spice mix for this, in which you will be frying red chili flakes, red chili powder, garam masala, a little bit of haldi powder, which is also known as turmeric powder, some ginger and some garlic, and then you'll add it to the chicken and let the chicken rest in all those spices, in all that oil. So basically, you know, when you eat Chinese, there's some chili oil that you like. So this is the desi or the Balochi chili oil which we serve with this recipe. I hope you liked today's episode. I'll see you in another episode of Indus Cuisine. Take care of yourself, lovely people. Bye-bye.